Okay, so in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to flare. It's a Mitsubishi unit. Sometimes there's a lot of leaks. You see on the tip of this flare how the groove is at an angle. There's the port. So let me just set you up and I'll show you how to properly flare and how to check your flare in this situation. So, let's see where a good position is for you. There we go. Alright, so first step first, get your reamer, get your pipe. Want to make sure it's nice and reamed. You might see a little flakes, it might be a little pointy, but that's alright, we're going to clean that up. So you ream it, you get your nut. I don't want to forget the nut. Okay, make sure it goes on. So this is how the flare should spin on. Super smooth, no roughness, no grooveness. If it's rough, it means the threads are messing up. You don't want to cross thread. It'll mess you up in the end. So, and then if you do cross thread it, then you're gonna have to change the valve port and the flare nut. So slowly but surely, make sure it's reamed. What we're gonna do is our flaring block. It's a little old school, but here's our flaring block. And find the right section, which is 1/4 inch. And okay, make it more accessible. Now this is the tricky part. When you look at the flare block, it also has a groove. If you see it, you can see it there correctly, right? There's grooves throughout the whole side. So now when you do this, when you're flaring, you want 1/8 of an inch so that flare can come out beautiful, okay? So let me just set you right back up. Okay, so now we're gonna tighten our flare block. We got 1/8 of an inch going there. And we want to evenly tighten it. So here I kind of messed up. So let me loosen that. We want to evenly tighten. Okay, so evenly tightened. Then you got to make sure you get it a little tight. Right, you don't want it slipping when you're flaring. That's the priority right now, is you want a beautiful flare. So make sure it's super tight so it doesn't slip on you. And then we get the flare tool. So flare block or swedge block and flare tool. So then we just spin that baby on there. Okay, and this is an older model, so bear with me. It works amazing. Let's see that flare. Okay, so slowly but surely, we're gonna get that nice flare. It's gonna hit that groove, and you don't want to over creak it or over bend it, because you can snap that copper. It can crack or break. So just enough so it's smooth. And then let's investigate. So now there's a couple ways you can check if you get a nice flare. One, you come right over here and you can see that flare. Got that nice groove right on top. Right on top. Oh, it's a little blurry, but right on top. So it's not inside, it's on top. So that's what we want. So let me set you back up. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so now since we got that all good, now that's on, I don't want to forget that. Let's open this baby up. Let's check it with the flare. So that's one way. Alright, sometimes it may be a little rough around the edges, huh? So you just want to clean that up a little bit. Okay, clean that up a little bit. This works amazing, you would never think, but this little tool works amazing. So it's all nice and clean. What we do is flare nut, right? It's time to fit. So now you want that nice little angle, you know? You don't want too much. You want that nice angle. So here we go. We want that nut to spin on by itself. Should be easy, easy, easy. You don't want to force it. See how it's getting a little tight? It's because it's at the wrong angle. See how that's just spinning right on? It's that right angle. Right? Boom. So that's how it's supposed to go. So what we do is, this is how you check your flare. Check it out. Okay, check it out. You go right here. You get these. Okay. So mine's a little loose. Let's see. You get those together. Boom. Should cover that hole and at least have a little extra. Should meet that groove. So that's how it should look right there. Alright. Super amazing. Super saucy. This should just spin right on. No problem. Just gotta find that right spot. Okay. So you just find that nice spot where they meet really good. Okay. Ooh, found it. Okay. So automatically Mitsubishi requires that you torque with the torque wrench. We don't have the setup as this moment, but we'll torque them to the proper pressure. Just want to make sure that that flare is tight on that connection. So what we'll do is quarter turn, and we'll come back and quarter turn again. Okay. And now quarter turn almost. Okay, seems very tight right there. It's a quarter turn and a quarter of a quarter. Okay. So those are like that. Always double check. You don't want to, oh, did I tighten that? You want to make sure you double check the double check. So let me just double check this flare and tighten this up. Alright. So there we go. Now okay, so that one is an eighth of a, less than a quarter of a turn. So let me just slide in. Need the right angle because you don't want to strip it or mess it up. So let's get that right angle. So then you go, that's the rest of a quarter turn. Okay, there we go. Now, that's installed. Okay, now this video is basically to show you how to do a flare net, how to double check your flares to make sure it's not going to leak. Some people like to use leak lock. Talks about on the back, you know, instructions, good on threads or flanges. But with the flares, we're just going to do the compression fitting. We're just going to compress it. We've had a couple of issues using leak lock or goo on flares. So that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys got to learn how to do a flare.